So you're wading off into that wisdom, that book that we know as Proverbs in our Bible these days, right? A chapter a day during the month of December. Great. I hope you keep in mind the schedule for 2022 as well. A much slower paced reading. There it is. Take a screenshot. You'll have it with you all the time. But I bet you're continuing to think about resources to add to your study, aren't you? Let me lay out 4 books for you and 2 different kinds of resources for you in this video that if you'll add them to your personal Bible study library, you'll find them of great benefit to you. Now, you know that I'm a big fan of comparing Scripture in a variety of translations. You can easily do that online at a site like Bible Gateway. You can compare a couple of dozen or more renderings of a text, be it Old Testament or New there. You can do the same with apps like YouVersion and others. But don't make the mistake of thinking that those are the only renderings or translations out there. Some of the most profitable renderings for our study aren't available online at all. In fact, you'll have to get them in print. Let me give you 2 of those that I found very helpful. The first is by John Goldingay. John Goldingay is prolific and fine Old Testament scholar these days. This man, John Goldingay, has translated the entire Old Testament, the First Testament, himself. One-man translation of 3/4 of the Bible. That in itself is no small accomplishment. But this new translation by John is an effort to really get down to the candidness, the frankness, the plainness of the Hebrew language that shows forth when you are able to read Hebrew. I can't do that. And so he takes this translation and from Hebrew into English and gives it to us warts and all, if you please. Much of the Old Testament, much of Hebrew is really candid and frank in its speech. That's especially true in the book of Proverbs. And you'll find Goldingay's rendering of the book of Proverbs eye-opening. You'll find a freshness in this translation that you'll be hard-pressed to find in any other. Another book that I think that you'll find very helpful, another rendering, is the Jewish Study Bible. Now, this is great for any portion of the Old Testament to look at the Old Testament through Jewish eyes, not only through the eyes of Christian scholars. It functions like any other study Bible. You have the text of Scripture, and then you have brief comments or insights, commentary somewhere in the margin. A little plus here, if you're like me and you appreciate a little larger print than what you were accustomed to reading in years past, this study Bible has it. It's 3/4 of the Bible. The New Testament is not included, and yet it's the same thickness as most study Bibles, like an NIV study Bible or a Common English study Bible. And so you have much more room for a larger print. Make this work a part of your library. You will not regret that purchase. Oftentimes the insights in the commentary and the margin are just stellar. Now, as you think about comments along with translations, you may be thinking about commentaries. There are a number of fine commentaries on the market on the book of Proverbs. This is one of the books of the Bible that were really rich in commentary. However, let me just mention 2 for your consideration. One is a very simple reading. The Message of Proverbs. It's part of the Bible Speaks Today series, and this particular volume is by David Atkinson. Now, you won't find in-depth discussions of every verse of Proverbs in here, but you will find wonderful descriptions of paragraphs and sometimes specific verses. Atkinson has that marvelous gift of being able to say a great deal in just a few words, and so you'll find a lot of info packed into this very thin, helpful commentary. If you want something to just kind of begin to wade off into the pool of Proverbs, this is a great addition. But if you want to dive in a little bit more toward the deeper end of the pool, check out Tremper Longman's work in the Baker Commentary series. This series has some wonderful volumes, but I think this is one of the best ones in that series. And if you saw last week's video, you know that I've already promoted Longman's introduction to Proverbs. This is a great addition to go along with that one work. If you buy only one commentary on the book of Proverbs, this just may be the one to buy. You'll find it on Amazon.com or Barnes & Noble, any of a host of places. Go look for it. As you and I search for wisdom together, and as we probe for all the meanings, seek to dig out all we can from what we see in this portion of wisdom of Scripture, may God be with us. Grace and peace be with us all.